Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is 676 of Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a battle I've got for you today. This is an extremely close, intense and exciting battle, which I hope you'll really enjoy. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Barclaymen. Now Barclayman's got 15 Sacred Band and 5 Sacred Band Cavalry. Okay, so he's got 15 Sacred Band Spearmen and 5 Sacred Band Cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. He just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry, which tells me that he spent most of his money on his infantry. If we look closer, you'll see that he's got 7 upgrades on his infantry and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, yeah, there you are, 7 upgrades. So this is, I think, a tried and tested Barclayman army. And remember that Carthage is Barclayman's faction of choice, and he's got very good with Carthage. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does during the course of the battle. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Madking. Now Madking has just got 7 infantry, 7 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 7 infantry. I mean, do you think that's enough for the modern 31k battlefield? There you are. He's got his Eagle unit there, so he's going to give his infantry that command unit morale there. But if you notice, his infantry has just got gold shield, gold attack on, which tells me I think he spent his money on his cavalry, which he's done there. You count the upgrades there, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Now remember, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry takes them out of the elite bracket into super cavalry bracket. But will 6 fully upgraded cavalry make up for just 7 infantry? It'll be interesting to see. And that many archers, I don't know what you guys think. Do you think it's like a little bit like a CWB kind of army there with that many archers? It'll be interesting to see how well Madking does with that army during the course of the battle. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now Mantu has only got, get ready for this, 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 6 infantry. There you are. Let's give him a count. That must be the lowest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That must be the lowest amount of infantry I've seen on a 31k battlefield. 6 infantry. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think that's enough infantry for the modern 31k battlefield? And 8 archers. Like I said, a little bit CWB-ish. I don't know what you guys think. And there we've got his fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Okay, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. As I say, that lifts him into the super cavalry bracket. But will 6 maximum upgraded cavalry, 8 archers make up for just 6 infantry? Be interested to see what you think in the comments about that. Okay, and our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's got a very old Greek status army of 13 Spartans and 6 archers. Just show you I've got a little mixture of archers there. I've got the cheap short range archers and I've got the elite long range Cretan archers there, so I've got a little bit of a mixture there. But that's my very old Greek cities army. So there's our team, and I think it's unusual to have Carthage and Greek cities in the same team. So it'd be interesting to see how well we do in regard of that, and the cavalry numbers. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Crypto. Now Crypto has just got 8 infantry, 6 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 8 infantry, 6 archers and 6 cavalry. Now I think this is the new bog standard 31k Roman army. There you go. He's just got 4 upgrades on his archers there. But there you go, that's a quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he's just got 8 upgrades on his cavalry, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So to say, that's pretty well the new bog standard 31k Roman army of 8 infantry, 6 archers, 6 cavalry there. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Pompey. Now Pompey has got 12 pikes and 6 cavalry and 2 archers. Okay, 12 pikes, 6 cavalry, 2 archers. Quick look at the upgrades on his pikes there, and you'll see he's got 8 upgrades. 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his pikes. So he spent his money on his pikes. Just look at the length of those long, massive pikes that our troops have got to fight down to kill the man on the other end. That is going to be a tall order for us. And there you go. As we thought, he's only put 6 upgrades on. Remember, we call these guys the tanks of the ancient world because they're armoured from head to toe. And as I say there, you'll see 6 upgrades, just gold shield, gold attack. So as I say, Pompey spent his money on his pikes rather than his cavalry. It's unusual because usually you'll see the cataphracts were really well upgraded. So that's an interesting, unusual Seleucid army there, I think, for Pompey. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spearman. Now Spearman's got 10 infantry, 3 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, so 10 infantry, 3 archers, 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades. He usually brings good infantry. There you go. 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. Okay, make no mistake, that stripe really does make a difference. And his cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. Make no mistake, this is a tried and tested Spearman army. And if you notice here, he brings the cheap Roman archers. They're only like kind of medium range archers instead of the auxiliary archers there. But that is a tried and tested Spearman army there. I've seen him bring this army a lot in the past, and I think he's very, very effective with it. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now Aurelius has got 6 cavalry, 9 infantry and 5 archers. Okay, 6 cavalry, 9 infantry and 5 archers there. You'll see that most of his infantry are hiding in the long grass. You can see the long grass there. If you look at the upgrades on his infantry, you'll see he's got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. And as I say, the majority of his infantry are hiding in that darker patch there, which is the long grass. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. And he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So he spent his money on his infantry there. But here's something I thought you might find interesting. Okay, we're going to have a cavalry count, okay, which I think you might find interesting and could prove maybe decisive. So there's 6 cavalry of Aurelius's, okay. And then we've got another 6 cavalry of Spearman. So that's 12 cavalry for the enemy team so far. Then we've got another 6 cataphracts. Okay, for the enemy team, so that's 18 cavalry. Okay, and then another 6 cavalry on top of that. So the enemy have got 24 cavalry units. Okay, 24 cavalry units. Most of their cavalry are very well upgraded as well. Okay, so 24 cavalry units. Let's see what we've got on our team. So there you got Mantu's got 6. Okay. Then we've got Madking's got 6, so that's 12. And I know Barclayman's got 5 cavalry that he's got hiding in the long grass. So we've got 17 cavalry units against their 24. Okay, so they've got a 7 cavalry unit advantage over us. Okay, now that may well prove decisive during the course of the battle. Yes, we've got Carthage and we've got Greek cities on our team which can neutralise cavalry, but with a 7 cavalry advantage, if they use that properly, as I say, that could prove decisive in this battle. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at my very, very old battle formation, my Greek cities battle formation here. As I say, very old-fashioned, very old school, probably out of date now. I've seen new battle formations when people use Spartans, like they split their army out. You know, you might have 4 Spartans there, 4 Spartans there, and another 4 Spartans there. So I noticed that a lot of people, as we've seen in other battle videos, spread their pike and spear units out. But this is an old school, old-fashioned battle formation. Now, will it do any good on the 2022 battlefield there, bearing in mind that tactics have evolved and battle formations have evolved? I guess we'll just have to see, but it is very old school, old fashioned and probably out of date. At this stage of the battle, I just thought we'd have a look at the amount of archers that we've got on our team. You know, I haven't played CWB for maybe 10 years or more, but I remember there was always lots of archers in the battles that I remember. I mean, that's Madking's got 7 archers there. And Mantu's got 8 archers, and I've got 6 archers. I think we've got more archers than we have cavalry. I think we've got 21 archers and 17 cavalry. So we've got a lot more archers than we have cavalry. And also the enemy team has also got 16 archers as well. So as I say, it's a little bit CWB-ish. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, you'll see Madking is advancing 3 of his archers forward here, maybe to target those enemy archers, but he must be aware of enemy cavalry there. Okay, to me, those archers look a little bit exposed to a cavalry hit, and I don't think Aurelius is going to miss a chance of taking out these archers if he gets that chance. And there you can see Mad King still moving those archers forward, but here comes Aurelius's cavalry. So Mad King needs to get those archers back, or he's got a chance of losing all of them there. Okay, you can see Aurelius's cavalry coming in there, heading towards those archers. Mad King's starting to withdraw them there, but I got a feeling at least one unit's going to get hit here. And bang! There's that cavalry, a couple of cavalry units there smash into that archer unit. As I say, they're probably going to take that archer unit out. Now, if you notice here, Mad King is bringing his fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry across the battlefield. Pause the game for a second here. So, as I say, Mad King bringing his fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry across the battlefield here to protect his archers. Okay, there you are. Let's say he's protecting his archers, and probably he wouldn't have minded taking on Aurelius' cavalry, but he certainly doesn't want to take on Aurelius and Spearman's cavalry here. So there are 12 well upgraded cavalry here of the enemy heading towards his 6 cavalry. Now he's got help here from Barclaymen's Sacred Band cavalry, but the Sacred Band cavalry just got gold shield, gold attack on. So I'm not sure what Mad King's going to do here, whether he's going to withdraw his cavalry and archers here, or whether he's going to make a stand here with his cavalry. I don't know whether he's going to move his infantry across to this side of the battlefield as well to help his cavalry, bearing in mind he is a bit outnumbered. Right, so here you can see Mad King's Brutii fully upgraded cavalry heading towards Aurelius's cavalry. Aurelius is starting to pull his cavalry back, but look at Spearman here with his cavalry. Now remember, Spearman's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, and he looks like he'd be willing to take on Mad King's cavalry as long as he's got Aurelius there with him as well. And so you can see Spearman's cavalry going to charge into one of Mad King's Brutii cavalry, and bang, as he smashes in there. You can see here that this could be a massive cavalry scrap here on this left flank. Now if you notice here, you'll see that the enemy seems to me to be wanting to attack on this flank, and the reason for that is because it's the furthest point away from my Greek cities. I don't think they'd want to attack my Greek cities head on, but that's why they're attacking on this left flank. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. So you've got all of Aurelius's cavalry coming over here. Remember, Aurelius's cavalry got 8 upgrades on as well, well upgraded cavalry as well there. Okay, and he's coming over here towards Mad King and Barclaymen's cavalry. Here you got Spearman here chasing down some more archers, but here you've got Crypto's cavalry coming across as well. Okay, so you've got Aurelius's cavalry, Spearman's cavalry, and Crypto's cavalry here, all ready to hit Mad King on this left flank. Okay, and you've got Spearman's infantry moving over here. You've got Aurelius's infantry moving in this direction as well. So, as I say, I think here, this is where the hammer blow is going to fall the hardest on our left flank here. And as I say, I think the reason that the enemy team are doing that is because it's the furthest point away from my Spartans. Okay, so that's why they're hitting here on the left flank. They may well have also noticed that Mad King has only got 7 infantry. Okay, right here, that cavalry now going in to Mad King's Brutii cavalry. There, like a bang as it charges in there. So you got Aurelius's and Spearman's cavalry here, and I say you got Crypto's cavalry on the way over as well there. And this, as I say, this could prove quite a decisive part of the battle here on this left flank. Okay, you can see Crypto bringing his cavalry across as well. As I say, let's pause the game for a second here. So you've got all this Julii cavalry, 2 Julii infantry armies getting over here as well. Attacking, just look at the numbers there, attacking poor old Mad King here and Barclaymen's cavalry. Okay, and over here on the right flank here, you'll see that my Spartans now, I'm moving my Spartans and my archers over to that left flank, because it's obvious now that that is where, as I say, the hammer blow is going to fall the hardest there, and that is where the enemy want to attack. Okay, you've got Mad King's infantry there, 7 infantry. He may well have to move them over there as well to support Barclaymen's Carthage Sacred Band units. But here you can see the enemy cavalry there through sheer weight of numbers. And don't forget, the enemy cavalry is well upgraded as well. Most of them got 8 upgrades on. I think Cryptos are fully upgraded as well. So here you go. You can see on this left flank a heck of a lot of enemy cavalry there doing a lot of damage to our left flank here. Right, Mantu's brought his fully upgraded SPQR cavalry across here as well, ready to take on the enemy Julii cavalry, and that's Mad King's just got 3 of his fully upgraded cavalry left at this stage. And there you go, you can see Mantu being very aggressive there. Could you see he was all ready to jump in there and attack those Julii cavalry, but decided to pull back. But now he's going in again. Look here, and you can see here that his SPQR cavalry, now you can see the enemy Julii cavalry joining in. Here's Mad King's Brutii cavalry charging there as well. Bang! And look at all that Julii cavalry coming into the fray as well. More Julii cavalry there. Get ready for this. Bang! As they smash in there. Sheer weight of numbers, but as I say, don't forget the enemy Julii cavalry is very well upgraded as well. But I think Mantu and Mad King here on our left flank with our cavalry are doing extremely well at holding all that cavalry back there. Just look at the numbers. Remember, we're green and purple and the enemy are the red Julii. But you've got Spearman's infantry here moving over. Look, they've engulfed these two Carthage Sacred Band units that Barclaymen tried to block their movement over towards that side, but they're kind of engulfing them and going through them. Plus, you've got Aurelius's infantry moving in here as well on our left flank. So as I say, this is where it looks to me like the enemy team are looking to attack, and this is where they're hitting here. So I think, as I say, Mad King and Mantu have done well there with their cavalry against all that enemy Julii cavalry there, and of course you've got Barclaymen's cavalry was fighting there as well. But just look there, and that more cavalry coming in, and more Julii cavalry coming in, and bang, as that smashes in. It might be a good idea now for Mantu and Mad King to pull their cavalry out of the fray now. There's infantry arriving. You can see enemy infantry there involved as well. But as I say, and because I made the choice to take Greek cities, I've put my team at a cavalry disadvantage, and at this stage of the battle it looks like the enemy team are making the most of the cavalry advantage they've got. Remember, they've got 24 cavalry against our 17, so that's a massive cavalry difference there. And just look at the Julii cavalry, they're closing in on Mad King's Brutii cavalry. Make no mistake, they're looking to take out Mad King's general. That is the unit they want to take out, and they've just done it. So now Mad King's lost his general morale bonus there. You can see Mantu's going to charge his SPQR cavalry into the fray, but decided to pull his cavalry back. Let's pause again for a second here. So that's all. I think that's all of Mad King's fully upgraded Brutii cavalry has now been taken out. And as I say, Mantu was thinking of charging in there, but decided to pull back, which I think was a good move there. Okay, here you can see Mad King has brought his 7 infantry units over to try and combat some of this Julii infantry here. Remember, you've got Aurelius's infantry, you've got Spearman's infantry, but you've got Crypto's, Spearman and Aurelius's cavalry over here. You've got Crypto's infantry moving towards the battle here as well. Now what surprised me a little bit was I thought that the cataphracts would have been brought over a bit sooner there. But you can see that Pompey is now moving some of his pikes and his cataphracts over to this flank here. As I say, obviously the enemy team have decided that that is where they're going to attack. Now what I was a little bit surprised at here, can you see Mantu's 6 infantry still just sat there? He's moved his archers around the flank, some of his archers around the flanklet to shoot into some of the Seleucid archers and maybe pikes there. But what we need now, we need all his archers and all his infantry. I think, I don't know what you guys think, but I think we need all his infantry and archers to be moved up to the other flank. I don't know what you think here, but it looks to me like the battle's going to be won or lost on the left flank there. So we need all the troops that we can get up on that left flank. As I say, my Spartan army here, my Greek cities army, I've just arrived there over on the left flank. I've just run over from the other flank there to get up to this part of the battlefield. But just look at the number of enemy infantry and cavalry there. Over here you'll see that Mantu's cavalry, although they were fully upgraded, are outnumbered here by the enemy Julii cavalry, and the best thing for him to do, I think, is pull his cavalry back, or he's going to lose that as well. So it's best for him to pull his cavalry back there, which is what he's done. But just look at the number of enemy cavalry that's there. And here is now with my Greek cities here, what I want to do is I want to hit the enemy Julii infantry there. Now there's a reason I want to do this, and the reason is what I want to do is hit the enemy Julii infantry. I'm hoping to suck in as many, I've just ran over from the other flank now, I want to suck in as many Roman units as I can. So I want to hit Aurelius, I'd like Spearman to hit me, and then maybe even Crypto to come in on me. And the reason I've done this is because I think my team needs to reorganise and regroup. You've got cataphracts out there as well, but if I can just kind of hold up these Roman troops for a while there, the team might well be able to regroup and kind of reorganise a little bit, because it seems to me like we're a little bit split up, may need a little bit of, as I say, reorganisation there. So as I say, I'm going to crunch into that Julii Roman army there with my Spartans there, in the hope that I'm going to attract other Julii units there from the other armies there, right? So you can see I'm here. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Aurelius pulled his infantry back at this stage, right? He doesn't really want to take Spartans head on. So as I say, it wouldn't surprise me if Aurelius pulls his army back, which he's doing there. Okay, and if you notice, you'll see that Spearman is moving his army forward. So Aurelius is moving back, Spearman's moving his army forward, maybe to pin and hold my Spartans while Crypto gets in behind. Can you see? That's what I'm thinking that the enemy team are thinking there, because there's 3 Roman armies there. Remember, Aurelius, Spearman and Crypto. And as I say, I just want to hold them up for as long as I can to let the rest of my team reorganize and regroup. Okay, but here you can see Spearman moving his infantry in there. As I say, I think that the team plan there for the enemy is to pin and hold my Spartans while Crypto gets his infantry in behind my Spartans. Plus, you've got those cataphracts locked and loaded, ready maybe to smash in as well. Okay, so let's just pause again for a second here. So let's say I've got a lot of enemy Roman troops closing on me here. Here you can see Madking. Now, he may well bring his troops around the flank here to engage those enemy Julii troops. You've got Barclaymen here. He may well take his Spearman over onto that other flank there. So, as I say, it's giving them a chance to breathe. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just giving them a chance to kind of rethink, reorganize. But Mantu's infantry is still over here. See, he's got his 6 infantry over here, plus his archers. But we need them over on that other flank. I don't know what you guys think. There must be a tactical reason why he's staying here. I'm not sure, but we need his infantry and archers over onto the other flank here, because, as I say, you can see that that left flank of ours is going to be the make or break of the battle. Okay, so I say my Spartans now are engaging with the enemy Julii infantry. Now remember, I'm facing Spearman's infantry. He's got an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack, and I've got Crypto's infantry coming in on my flank. You can see here that Aurelius is moving his infantry over to engage Mad King's Brutii troops. There you can see Barclayman taking some of his Sacred Band units over to the right flank of my Greek cities there. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So there you can see Crypto using his cavalry to take out a lot of our archers there. Okay, but hopefully Mantu's got these rallied cavalry units he may well bring in to chase those Julii cavalry away, maybe, because our archers there could be causing a lot of damage. But over here you've got a lot, as I say, a lot of enemy archers here. There's, as I say, there were so many archers in this battle. It did remind me a little bit of like a CWB battle. I haven't played that for over 10 years, but I've got a memory of a lot of archers in those type of battles. Right, so here you'll see that my Spartan army, I've kind of split into 2 a little bit here. Okay, I've got one army there concentrating on any units coming into my front, but I've concentrated these units here to try and punch a hole through Crypto's Julii infantry there. And you can see Barclayman's brought his Spearman over as well. Now poor old Mad King here, remember, he's only got 7 infantry, which, make no mistake, the enemy would have noticed there. He's got 7 infantry there. You've got Aurelius's infantry. You've got cavalry hiding in the long grass, or enemy cavalry hiding in the long grass. Plus, you've got Julii cavalry there ready to charge in. Plus, you've got those Seleucid cataphracts. Okay, as I say, plus all of Aurelius's infantry. So there's a massive force there ready to hit Mad King's 7 infantry. Now, whether he'll be able to hold there, I don't know. But if he breaks, then the enemy will be in behind us there, and I would think that would be game over. I would think if Mad King breaks there, we got, as I say, we got a lot of archers shooting into the enemy troops here. But as I say, Mad King here, if you notice his infantry are in open order, I would suggest he puts them into close order, which he's doing now. And there you can see Aurelius's infantry charging in. You've got Aurelius's cavalry charging in there as well, and bang, as they charge in, Spearman had cavalry hiding in the long grass, look, that he's going to bring into the fray. Look at the penetration of Aurelius's cavalry into Mad King's battle formation there. Oh my gosh, and here comes the cataphracts as well. Oh my gosh, bang, as they charge in there. And then you've got Spearman's cavalry coming in from the flank as well, and bang, as he charges in there as well. Now you can see a lot of Mad King's units are already starting to rout here from the sheer weight of numbers of the enemy troops hitting him. You can see Barclayman's brought some of his Spearmen over here to try and support Mad King, but you can see Mad King's units are really routing quite quickly now. And there you go. So, at this stage of the battle, all of Mad King's infantry, and I believe all of Mad King's cavalry, have now been taken out. And for all intents and purposes, our left flank has now been broken. Okay, make no mistake about that, and that's going to free up all those enemy troops. Now you can see Barclayman bringing his spearmen over here to try and neutralise that threat on our left flank, but just look now, all those enemy cavalry and infantry are freed up now to try and get in behind us. If they move over slightly left, they could smash into the rear of my engaged Greek cities there, both cavalry and infantry. Okay, so as I say, I don't think the battle is going to last a lot longer now, because I think the enemy troops will prevail there. I'm still punching forward with my Greek cities there, still trying to suck in as many enemy units as I can. But here you can see Mantu's SBQ infantry. He's moved them over a little bit, but he's still not running them over like in an emergency to get over to that left flank. To me, I don't know what you guys think. Obviously there must be a tactical reason for this, but I think he needs to get those infantry and archers over to that left flank as soon as he can. Just wonder what you guys think. Please leave your thoughts in the comments after you've watched the battle there, but we desperately need his infantry and archers on that left flank. You've seen the dire situation. Our left flank has actually been broken. Barclayman's put some spearmen in there to try and shore up our left flank a little bit, but just look at the enemy numbers in comparison to those Carthage Sacred Band spearmen that Barclayman has taken over there. Right, here comes some Julii cavalry into the rear of my engaged Greek cities, and bang, as they smash in there. Oh my gosh, look at that. And remember that Spearman's cavalry had 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Look at the impact that he went into my Greek cities. But luckily, I spotted that cavalry come in and I managed to turn a few units to kind of engage it before the impact hit my troops there. So, managed to do that, so I was pleased with that. But as I say, here you can see now the Seleucid pikemen have come over. Pompey's brought them over, but just once again, look at the length of those Seleucid pikes in comparison to the short spears of my Spartans. Okay, you could just see the massive difference there between, as I say, the short spears of the Spartans and those massive pikes of Seleucid. So I don't really want to take those pikes head on. I might have to try and maybe get some units around the flank here. That might be something that I would have to do, but I certainly don't want to really take them on head on unless I'm going to hold and pin them and I get units in behind. But yeah, that's certainly not something that I really want to do with my Spartans there. But as I say, over here on our left flank, as I say, all of Madking's infantry and cavalry has been taken out, and the enemy now are facing 5 units of Barclayman's Sacred Band. Here you can see Madking's got his archers in close tight formation here, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Remember, if you put your archers in close tight formation, they get more impact and do more damage onto enemy troops, so that's what he's doing there. So he might have lost all his infantry and cavalry, but he's still got his archers left. Now here you can see that Mantu has eventually brought all his infantry over here to the left flank. Okay, now this, this could be maybe a battle-saving move there. You've seen the situation on our left flank, so I just hope he gets over there as quick as he can. As I say here, you can see my Greek cities there. I've got Julii infantry on each flank of my Greek cities formation, and I've got those pikes right in front of me there. So as I say, I'd like to try and get some units in behind those pikes rather than take them head on. Right, now you'll see here that Barclayman is bringing those pike units over that he was holding the left flank with. He's bringing them over to this part of the battle there. He may well be setting up a wall of spears there. That's what I think he's going to do. I think he's going to set a wall of spears up there. I think that's what his plan is. But of course, all these enemy troops here now have got a clear path straight into the back of my engaged Spartans. Can you see my Spartans there? There's a clear path for them now to smash straight into the back of my engaged Spartans there. So I'm just thinking to myself here, they could well smash in there, but maybe Barclayman might bring that wall of spears out if he sees the enemy moving quickly towards the rear of my Spartans there, okay? But as I say, make no mistake there that the rear of my Spartans will be a target for the enemy troops. Okay, so here, as I say, I don't really want to take those pikes head on unless I got a plan. So I'm going to try and move a couple of units around the flank there. You can see, as I say, enemy troops moving in towards my Greek city units. So as I say here, I want to try and get a couple of units there in behind those Seleucid troops if I can. Right, I'm still pushing forward with the bulk of my army. Still trying to push in on those Seleucid pikemen if I can. But look at this enemy Julii infantry that have got kind of in behind my Greek city units here, and it looks like they may well crash into my engagements. Now I must be aware of that, and I need to turn units to face the threat. Okay, I'm still pushing forward with the bulk of my spearmen there, but I need to turn units to face the threat of that Julii infantry coming in. Okay, as I say, I'm taking a couple of my units round behind the enemy troops there to try and come in from, as I say, in a sandwich attack from that direction and from the rear of the enemy troops as well. But you can see here, just look at the enemy numbers there. Remember, the enemy are Seleucid and Red Julii. Okay, and we are Carthage and Greek cities and SBQR. Alright, but just look at those enemy troops coming in on my Greek cities. You can see Barclayman's brought over a couple of his Sacred Band spearmen here, but over here you'll see Mantu has brought his infantry over to this left flank to try and shore up this left flank. Now remember, Mantu's only got 6 infantry, but he's bringing them over there to try and hold the left flank. But just look at the enemy cavalry advantage that they've got. And as I say, Mantu's 6 infantry are going to be engaged by the enemy Julii infantry there. If the enemy get their cavalry round there, look, they could smash into the back of Mantu's engaged infantry there. Okay, so as I say, once again, our left flank here that Mantu's come on to shore up could well be hit again. Just look at those Seleucid cataphracts going in there. Bang! As he hits in there. Do you notice anything about the Seleucid cataphracts? They're not in wedge formation. Did you notice that? In wedge formation you get more penetration, more impact, and do more damage, I find. But Seleucid cataphracts here are just being kept in normal formation. But look at them pressing in on Mantu's SBQR infantry there. So you've got all of Aurelius's infantry, you've got all those cataphracts pressing in there, plus you've got Julii cavalry pressing there. Now you can see here that Barclayman's bringing over some of his Sacred Band spearmen here to try and help Barclayman here on our left flank. But just look at the enemy cavalry advantage. As I say, don't forget what we talked about this earlier. They've got 24 cavalry units against our 17, and you can see that that overwhelming cavalry numbers there could well win the battle here. Okay, so you can see my Greek cities here. I'm still fighting Julii infantry, but I've got Seleucid spearmen there. Right, there's a nice hit there by Barclay, and bang, as he charges that cavalry unit into the back of that Seleucid pike unit there. Nice hit there. Another cavalry unit going in there, and bang, nice hit. Routed that unit now, so that's good. So I can now turn my Spartans to face the enemy. We've just routed the Julii general there, which is good news. Okay, so if you notice now, Barclayman's engaging those Seleucid pikes head on, and I'm now moving in from the flank with my Spartans there. Can you see there? So Barclayman and myself are working quite well here against these Seleucid pikemen. But over here, look, Mantu, most of Mantu's 6 infantry units has now been routed, and you can see now, as I say, Barclayman's got a couple of his spear units over there to try and help Mantu. But as I say, it doesn't look that good there. Now if you notice here, can you see Aurelius is keeping his legionary 1st cohort unit out of the fray, so that he's giving morale to his fighting troops there, but is not engaged himself. So that's a good move there. Plus, as you can see, he's got his infantry general there, which is engaged, but there's 2 lots of morale going on there, helping his infantry against the SBQR units there, Mantu's SBQR units. Right, here you can see enemy cavalry starting to chase down our archers. You can see Julii cavalry and those cataphracts there starting to chase down our archers. But over here, you can see my Greek cities here and Barclayman's Carthage Sacred Band working very well together on these Seleucid pikemen. Okay, you can see I'm coming in from the flank while Barclayman is holding and pinning the front of those pike units there. So really well done to Barclayman there. Nice bit of cover there. Here you can see Barclayman's cavalry there was trying to take out that Seleucid general from the rear, but now there's some more cataphracts come over there to help out their general. But over here you can see now that I think Mantu's got 2 infantry units. So here comes that enemy Seleucid cavalry, and bang, as it charges in there. So now all 6 units of infantry that Mantu has brought over have now been taken out. Okay, and you can see the enemy really pushing in on Barclayman's general and another Sacred Band spear unit there. You can see enemy Julii infantry pressing in there, plus those cataphracts are probably going to pull back, lock and load, and charge back in again. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do there. So as I say, our left flank, all of Mantu's infantry has been taken out. Get ready for those Seleucid cataphracts. I got a feeling they're going to smash in to the rear of those engaged Carthage units, and there they come. I'm going to smash in there, a sandwich attack, a hammer, an anvil, bang! There's they charge in there. You see that Aurelius' infantry with the anvil and Seleucid cataphracts with a hammer there. So that's Carthage general been taken out. Bad news for us. And all this infantry is now freed up. Infantry and cavalry is freed up now to come after us. Okay? But as I say, we've done quite well on this other flank. We've taken out a lot of Seleucid and pikemen. As I say here, you can see a lot of enemy cavalry chasing down our archers. Now, I sometimes think, it's... when your blood's up a little bit, you start chasing down archers that have been being a nuisance to you all the time. But if you take your cavalry, remember cavalry are very powerful units. If you take them away from the battle, then of course you're taking them away from like the major part of the win or lose part of the battle. Chasing down archers is okay, maybe towards the end of the battle when the battle's almost won. But at the moment, it's kind of still up in the air. So all that cavalry could probably do a lot better being back over on the flank there. I don't know what you guys think. Please leave your comments in the comment section there. I'd be interested to see what you think there. But here you can see my Spartans there now attacking those Seleucid. Right, there's a cataphract, 2 cataphract cavalry coming in. Bang! Bang! One on either side of my Spartans there. Did you see that? That was a nice hit there by Pompey, bringing the cataphracts in from both sides. Would have caused me a lot of casualties, that would have. That was a nice hit there by Pompey, by those 2 cataphract units. You can see Barclayman bringing his sacred band Spearman over here. As I say, we'd like to finish off the Seleucid pikemen if we can between us. There you can see the Seleucid unit starting to rout now. But that would be handy if maybe Barclayman could get those cavalry in behind those Seleucid units. There you are. Seleucid general's dead. That's good news for us. Right, let's pause the game for a second. So there you are. You've got Barclayman's sacred band infantry and my Spartans there. And I think that's all the infantry that our team has got left now. All of Mantu's and all of Madking's infantry have been taken out. We've got a few cavalry units left here. Mantu still got some cavalry left there. Okay, so that's good news for us. And I think that Madking still got some archers left as well there. But as I say, if you look at the 2 teams now, remember the enemy are the Red Julii and Seleucid. Okay, so the Red Julii and Seleucid are the enemy team. The Greek cities and SPQR and Carthage is us. Alright, so you can see there, I think the enemy have made the most of their big cavalry advantage that they've had. Okay, I really do think they have done that. Right, okay, so what I want to do at this stage of the battle, I remember thinking I don't want to let their enemy team settle. So what I want to do is go for that general. That's what I really wanted to go for there, so that we can let them settle. There's Spearman's general over there as well. But I think Aurelius' general is who I wanted to go for. Okay, because I thought, well, as I said, I didn't think we should let their team settle and reorganise. Let's hit them while they're still kind of, if you like, still not completely organised there. So, but actually I think that's a bit of a bad move by me, because my Spartans now, because I lifted spears out, this is a nice move by Mantu with his SPQR cavalry. But if you notice, as I run my Spartans forward with their spears up, they could be very exposed to a cavalry hit. Can you see those cataphract cavalry of Seleucid loitering with intent there? Bang. So here that you can see, I'm running forward here to intercept Aurelius' general with my spears up as I'm running forward, and those Seleucid cataphracts I think are going to smash into the side of my Spartans there. So that's a bad move by me, and there goes those cataphracts. Bang! Okay, routed 2 of my Spartan units on impact there. So that was really a bad move. Actually 3 of my units now have been routed by those cataphracts. So that was a bad move by me. I should have just pulled back a little bit there and stayed with my allies. But as I say, I wanted to take out that Greek city's general if I could. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to run forward now. I'm going to make sure I'm going to stand in that spot there with my spears down, just in case the cataphracts want to come in again, because that's all the army I've got left. You already got Mantu's cavalry there. And as I say, you can see Barclayman's Spearman there as well. He's a little bit spread out as well. If you notice, his Spearmen are a bit spread out. And you've got all this enemy cavalry here. Yes, it's battle damaged. Okay, you can see it's very battle damaged there, but you've got that enemy cavalry in behind us, and the cataphracts as well. And you've got the cataphracts over here as well. Still very powerful cavalry there that they could bring into the fray. Okay, so that's the situation there. Which way do you think this battle's going to go, looking at the two teams to what we've got left? It'd be interesting to see what you think at this stage of the battle. I'm hoping that a couple of my Spartan units might rally so I can bring them back in, like this unit here. This unit's just rallied and is going to come back in to join my my troops there. But as you can see there, our Carthage ally, a lot of his units are extremely battle damaged. All my units are extremely battle damaged here. Here you can see Aurelius here trying to take out this one Carthage unit with his cavalry, but that Carthage unit has held really well. Cataphract cavalry go in there as well, but that Carthage unit's still holding. It just goes to show how good Sacred Band units can be there. So well done to that Sacred Band unit there. And here you can see, nice hit there. I just wanted to show you there, we just missed that bit, that Barclayman brought his Sacred Band cavalry over, a nice opportunist hit, and smashed into that general unit of Spearman and has now routed it. So that was a nice opportunist hit there by Barclayman with his cavalry. So that's good news. That's less general morale bonus for their team, which is always good. Here you can see Mantu's SBQ cavalry. Now remember, Mantu's got very battle damaged cavalry, but they are fully upgraded. Okay, so here you can see once again I'm moving my Spartans forward there. I really want to take on that Julii general if I can, but we must be aware of enemy cavalry units here, like those cataphracts there ready to charge in. Okay, here you can see Barclayman taking his Sacred Band units over to neutralise those cataphracts there, while my Spartans are still moving forward towards that Julii general. Okay, you can see I'm still moving forward there. You can see Mantu's SBQ cavalry. Plus, there's a cavalry unit of Barclayman's as well. There goes the SBQ cavalry, bang, as he charges in there. Nice hit there. You can see my Spartans have now engaged that Julii unit, and bang, as that cataphract unit goes into the side of my Greek cities units there. He's routed one of my units there. But as you can see here, we're pushing the enemy Julii troops back here, which is what we want to do. Nice hit here by Mantu, bang, as he charges in to Aurelius' general there. That was nice, and you can see Carthage Sacred Band bringing their Spearman over as well, and you can see my Spartans getting close as well. So there you go, we're all closing in on that Julii general, hopefully. You can see here it looks like Barclayman's rallying a couple of his cavalry units as well, and we're really pushing in now onto this Julii infantry. That's good news. We've taken out, actually killed the Julii general there. And here you can see my Spartans now are engaging that Eagle unit, and here you can see a couple of Barclayman's units coming in there. We've routed that Eagle unit there, so there's only a couple of infantry units left of Aurelius's there. And you can see Mantu's charged in there, bang, hit that. And if we can just take out that general unit, there we are. Aurelius's general unit's been taken out as well, and it looks like our team has just managed to scrape in a win there. As you can see, very, very close. And if we look over the battlefield, you'll see that it's a very spread out battlefield here. I just wanted to look at the numbers of my unit. Now remember, I've got 2 hit points, excellent specifications. So I've got 15 men in that unit. What's that? 18 men in that unit. You can see here very few men in each unit. They've been very battle damaged. 12 in that one, 22 in that one. My general unit just got 9 men in. Now bearing in mind that I've got 2 hit points, excellent specifications, that just goes to show how much of a battle of attrition this was. You'll see that Barclayman here, he's also got extremely battle damaged units there as well. I think he's got a couple of bigger units left as well. There are 70 men in that unit, 74 men in that unit, so that's good there. But as I say, that's that's the entirety of my army there. Mantu's done well with his fully upgraded cavalry. I thought he did extremely well there. So as I say, that's basically all our team there. But as I say, it's a very spread out battle. Here you can see Madking still got some of his archers left, which he's been shooting into the enemy with all the way through the battle there. So even though he lost his infantry and cavalry, he's been using his archers well. And I say all the way over here that you can see that Aurelius is still chasing down archer units with his cavalry, and over here as well. So I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that cavalry might well have been better over on that other flank? I don't know what you guys think. Please leave your comments in the comments, please. Of course, killing archers is good because the archers are being a real nuisance to the enemy team there, but maybe not at that time. But here you can see as I say, the battlefield is very spread out. Here you can see it's a lot of dead here, and as you move across the battlefield over to this particular part here, you can see a lot of my Spartans, or red cloak Spartans, dead at this particular part of the battlefield there. If you notice, the red cloaks of the Spartans always stick out on the battlefield. I don't know if you noticed that. And here you can see this looks like a massive cavalry battle here. It looks mostly cavalry there, doesn't it? That does look like a massive cavalry battle there. And over here you can see, looks like more possibly cavalry there again. But as I say, don't forget the enemy did have 24 cavalry units against our 17. So they did have a good cavalry advantage there, and I think they used it extremely well. So there's a view of the battlefield there. As I say, very spread out battlefield there, with lots of intense points on the battlefield there of fighting, where you can see the big clumps of dead troops there. So as I say, our team has managed to scrape in a victory there. I think there's just one Seleucid archer unit left there of Pompey. There you go. He'll probably admit defeat there, but let's go on to triple speed there just to take it to the end there, where he's just admitted defeat there. So as I say, our team has just about managed to go on to win the battle there. Okay, the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well. A really great display of brotherhood tactics and strategy there. And as you can see, it was a close victory. Okay, as what we expected. Highest kills goes to that old Spartan army of mine, 2,047 kills. I still think getting 2,000 kills is still special even today, so I'm really pleased with that old formation. An old Spartan army did well. So well done to Crypto. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was very supportive and aggressive with his infantry and cavalry. So well done to him. Well done to Pompey with Seleucid. Got some good kills there with his Seleucids. Pikemen and cavalry. Well done to Spearman. Possibly didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was very aggressive. And well done to Aurelius. He got some really good kills there. I think he was killing loads of our archers in the background there with his cavalry, so that would have really added to his kills there. So really well done, guys. Well done to Barclaymen there. Got some good kills with his Carthage Sacred Band units there, both cavalry and Spearman. Well done to Madking. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was smashed and crashed on that left flank. And well done to Mantu. Look at the kills that he got. Now remember, Mantu had the lowest amount of infantry in the game. 6 infantry. That's all he had, but look at the kills he got. What's that? The third or fourth highest kills. I think the 4th highest kills in the game, and bearing in mind he only had 6 infantry. I think that's a really good to see, actually. So as I say, I hope you enjoyed this battle. As I say, any ex-RTW players that watch our battles and still enjoy them, why not dust off your old armies and bring them back into onto the old battlefields of RTW? It'd be good to see you back on there. It would be really good. So let's say well done to the enemy team there, and I thought our team played extremely well. Let's say I thought that was a good example of aggression and attack there in this battle by both the Brotherhood teams there. Spartan Commander saying bye for now, and see you soon.